Evening. So today we will see what exactly CSS is. And how many different types of styles in CSS. So before that, let's see one of the project like HTML simple project. So generally we need to create an this kind of birthday invitation web page. So where it is like birthday and 12th of May something, you can define what are your birthdays, and then it's like uh, the birthday cake image we need to display, and then we need to display like the unordered list where we have all this, and then this is where we need to go to like we need to like using anchor tag, we need to define the Google Map link also, whatever where uh, the birthday party is happening, we can define something like this we can define in. So as of now there is only they have given a image. You can directly get it from image from this URL, and the something like Google, it's just a random Google Maps link. So now if we go to here, again goal, so it's like it's my birthday on 12th May. So by default it is everything is in black color, right? So because we are not adding any CSS to this. So for example, if you want add some colors or to change the font, or we want to define some different bullet points, thus where we actually we using CSS, so that we will see later. So as of now we will see this how we can define. So it's so if we take the first thing is like heading one. Sorry. So and then heading 2 level. So just we are going using this goal.png. So it's on 20. Oh, means so if I just so if I just run this as of now, show preview, we will be getting only these two like the headings what we define. But if I want to define this one, now we will be using image tag. So okay, so, so there's something missing. Okay, image source equal to. So yeah. So if I can just checking what are we are defining. So uh, the same thing. So it's on there on 12th May. Okay. So now we have done half of the page. Now we will be defining this another heading. Allow it is at heading level 3, and then we will be defining an unordered list because we want bullet points. Right. So to bring, you can see here, and then another list. Other list I want to define list elements. Yes, balloon, balloon. That, so now, and so it's like so now we have defined unordered list. A lot of now the final thing is like so we have to define the Google Map link. So here so before that we need to define this heading. This is same as what to bring heading level 3. So I am defining it as heading level 3 again. It's 3. Need to go. And then now we need to define it as an hyperlink. So we have already learned how to define a hyperlink. So start equal to times. Okay. So, okay, this is anchor tag. So generally for, again, this is anchor element. So we need to define a core link. So yeah. So now if we go to the goal, so whatever it is there, we have exactly got the web page. So from the image, so it's my birthday on 12th May. So we have integrated an image, and we have integrated a hyperlink, and we have an ordered list, and we have defined all the headings. Yeah. So now, for example, we need to customize this, and we don't want to have this black by default. I want to change my font color, or I want to change the font, and I want the background to be something else, not white. And I want to place this image not at this level. It depends. If I want to open in a browser, the image should shrink, and if I want to open in a mobile, like the in mobile, it should shrink, and if you want to open in a like laptop, it should enlarge. So how the elements will be doing. So to define all the stuff, we have another main element in the web development, which is called as CSS. So it's like this CSS is called as a secret sauce for stylish websites. So whenever we see a few websites which is will be very beautiful, so what exactly behind the scenes is, uh, it's the main web developer imagination using CSS. So what exactly CSS stands for? It's like cascaded style sheets. So it is not exactly a programming language, but it's actually rather a style. Like for example, if I want, it's like a markup to the website, so that the website looks very beautiful. Uh, so for example, yeah. So these are the actual main resources, and this is one of the best website to learn CSS tricks. So yeah. So if you see, actually this is very nice, right? So all this. So they have developed. So how we can do this? So so even we can actually see the what exactly the style sheets they are using. So whenever we click and open the developer options, so uh, generally in the elements, if you see the style sheets, actual styles. So this actually depends represents the cascaded styles. So in body, how exactly it is there. For example, I want to some inspect one element. Or this element. So apart from the HTML tags, this is actually they have defined different styles. So this background color, and this hyperlinks, and this animation. For example, this is in orange shade. So that is actually defining in the CS. So whenever we just close this view page source. So dots is just I want to checking where they have defined the .css files. So for example, if we see they have defined in these links all the CSS things. Example, this is not straightforward, but yeah, the, so the rate media search, I think we need to do some modifications if you want to understand all these things. So let's go back. So let's go back. What are the different types of CSS? So, and before that, uh, how exactly why CSS is needed for web development? So generally, if you want to style every element in HTML, it is actually not possible. So if you want to rewrite something, so for example, the background color you want to change, or you have to change the font color for all the elements in a web page, then it's like you need to go to every element and we need to again change the code. Mm. So instead of that, actually, if we define an CSS in external style sheet, uh, it will actually change all the elements color by default. Whatever we define in style sheets, it will actually change. And this is like for maintaining large websites, it is very easy. So if there is a multi-page website, and if you want to have the same styling across all the web pages, so this is very CSS is one of the best thing we need to maintain. So again, CSS for developing reactive pages. So for example, as I said, the image should be how much when depending on the screen size, how much it should render, how much it should think. So again, if I go back and open developer tools, now for example, so I can actually this is a dimension responsive web design. So depending on different so as of now there are maximum I think I 114 max how it is rendered. You can directly see here. So we can actually directly give the screen size also depending on Pixel 7 how it will be rendered. So Galaxy S Fold. So this is again defined under CSS only. So it's like at the rate media I think somewhere I saw. So inside that media tag, media decorator I think. So we will be defining how to render our web page and there. So again, so it's like accessibility also we can change, for example, depending on for for uh, for example there is a colorblind person. So for example they have on colorblind, the website should change to only the colors. Default colors are blue and black, I think. So it's like similar kind of stuff we can do using CSS whenever they turn on some of the settings in mobile or any website. That also works here. We can define that using via CSS. So the same thing the same thing in the sense. So the CSS is one of the very important, for example, to create very attractive websites. So it will offer different of controls over the website. So layout, animations, depending on our creativity, we actually define all that inside the CSS. So again, if I want to check, this is one of the cool animation we can say. So now let's coming to our topic. So how to add, so as of now we see what is CSS, but how to add that CSS to the web page. So now we are actually having three different styles, like three different ways to add CSS to our web pages. One is like inline style, the other is like internal style, and third is like external style. So inline is very limited for very small changes. So by default, how we will be defining is like we define a style tag inside any of the paragraph or any text related text, and then we define what are the font size and color depending on that. So if we go back to our adding CSS conceptions, so inline. So generally, if I just show preview, so it will be in style me.blue, but what exactly we need to do is we need to change this text to blue. So how we will be doing? So using this style tag. So before that, we actually added the style tag, and here, so if you see, we have defined color equal to blue. So it is saying style me in blue. Now we have changed our font, like what are the text we are, it is changed to blue. So it is like, for example, if you want change to red, so the VS Code is actually giving us what exactly we are defining. So it is saying us now blue. Similarly, now the next style is like internal style. So internal style sheet. So it is like element level styling we have added. So for any element or text related element, we are adding inside the CSS itself, but it is very limitedly used for developing any large web apps. But again, the second thing is like internal style sheets. So this is also not relatively used, but it is good to know. So generally we define the same thing. If you want to change the color of any text across the web page, then we define the style inside head tag. So we already know what is the main, whenever we write a HTML page, first we will be starting like HTML boilerplate, we call it as. We started doc type something. So for example, I want to new file. uh, First I want to new. So whenever I just click this one like exclamatory thing, so it will by default give us the total the VS Code editor. By default, it will give us the main boilerplate HTML format. So it's like it will be starting with HTML, and in the head section we will have the metadata of everything. The title is something, and we have the body. So where we define the main our web page elements, we define inside the body tag. So for internal style sheets, so we need to define the same thing inside the head tags. So now if I just go to internal, sorry, not HTML. So now let's close this. Now this is not in red, but we need to define it in red. So how we will be defining is like we will be adding this style tags inside the head tags. So we can add font size or everything else, but here we are defining color is red. For for example, if I want to define another heading, H2 here, because we have given only H1 color as red, so it is not defining. So now if I change to, for example, H2 I want some a random color. Let me go to green. So the H2 is defined in green. So here we can define all the headings or text related styles inside the HTML itself. So and this is another style, so internal style sheets where we define our stylings inside the HTML tag itself. Now the final thing is like external style sheet where we define external CSS file, and we actually link that external CSS file with the current file. So current HTML file, so that actually the styling whatever we define inside the style.css, it will actually reflect around the elements whatever we define in the HTML file. So this is the main thing we many of us will be like all the web developers will be using this external style sheet only. So even going forward we will be using this format only, but it is good to know like we have another kind of defining stylings inside the web page also, like inline is one, and then internal is the second one, but external is the final one. So I am now this is so style me in green, so there will be a style.css. So here I am defining the heading, example show preview sectional style me in green. So as of now we haven't given anything, so I am defining. So H1 color in green. So we can define as I said, font size and even whatever the H1 what to the color or the font we can define inside of this CSS. Now the thing is like we need to link it out. I think we can link it up here, for example. Sorry, if I just the same thing. Mm. So here the letter is style sheet and href is style.css. So instead of giving uh, the total path, what we have defined is uh, wherever my HTML file is there, you can just search there and you can just get the style.css from there. So the link we are defining again inside the head tag only. So the like internal style sheet we have defined directly the color, the style inside using the style tags. But here we are actually defining a link tag to the style.css because we have defined inside the style.css the green. So if we change the color to something else, for example, or yellow green, whatever we change, it is actually changing. So now the final thing is like, so we got actional CSS. Now we need to create the final thing, three links to whatever we define as of now, actional.html, this.html, right? So now whenever we uh, run this, so we should get three links, and then whenever a user click on it, it should take us to this external HTML, in internal HTML, and inline.html. So generally how we will be doing by defining anchor tag. So what I am giving, I am just saying inline dot. So now I have defined HTML. So why I have given this, this is like we already see a relative path. So whenever we are running from this index.html, so it will automatically go to the location where it is there and it will search for the inline.html file. So we need to be careful when we define any relative paths. We should be checking all the files whatever we are referring should be available in that location. So just I am clicking, so it is going to me style.blue. Similarly, if I just again give internal.html, and I go to the preview. So Now if I click, so it is going to internal.html because we have style internal in red. It's not HTML. So now actional dot it is in green. So inline we have styled as blue, actional red, and like internal red and external as green. So we have achieved all the three links. So now it's like, so now we go to the index. So there is three methods of adding CSS. So inline, internal, and external. So we are defined using a relative paths, but whenever we using uh, like large websites, whenever we develop any large website, then we need to give absolute paths. But as of now, this is fine. So yeah. So this is about like how to add CSS to the HTML pages. Now I think tomorrow we will see how to select CSS selectors and next concepts in CSS. That's it today.